Hey everyone, welcome to Life in the Bleachers. Some of you may already have heard the story of Babe Ruth and Johnny Sylvester, but there's more to it than the usual legend, and the details, they're better than fiction. This is a story of a promise, two baseballs, and one unforgettable day in 1926. In the fall of 1926, 11-year-old Johnny Sylvester was confined to a hospital bed in Essex Fells, New Jersey. He had suffered a serious horseback riding accident, and then came the complications, including a dangerous bone infection. In those days, it could be fatal. Doctors weren't optimistic, Johnny was in pain, his spirits were low, and despite everything his family tried, things weren't getting better. But Johnny loved baseball, especially Babe Ruth, the biggest name in sports. Johnny's father, Horace C. Sylvester Jr., wasn't a big baseball fan, but he loved his son. Through a business associate in St. Louis, he managed to contact both teams in the World Series and arrange for two baseballs to be sent to Johnny. From the Cardinals, a ball signed by 14 players, including Rogers Hornsby, with a typed note, hoping you'll soon be batting 1,000% in good health. From the Yankees, a ball signed by most of the team and by Babe Ruth himself, with a personal, handwritten promise, "I'll knock a homer for Wednesday's game." One sentence, but to a sick kid in 1926, that message might as well have been written in fireworks. That Wednesday, October 6, 1926, was a day game, with first pitch around 1:30 p.m. The Yankees faced the Cardinals in Game 4 at Sportsman's Park in St. Louis. Fans packed the stands under a clear sky. And Ruth, he didn't just keep his promise, he crushed it. 3 home runs, all off the same pitcher, Flint Rem. One to right, one to center, and then another to right again. It was one of the greatest performances in World Series history, but the impact reached far beyond the outfield bleachers. Later that afternoon, Johnny Sylvester received the 2 signed baseballs in his hospital room, delivered alongside a newspaper. Splashed across the headlines, Babe Ruth's 3 home runs. Johnny just didn't get a signed ball. He got a miracle on paper and in spirit. According to his family, when he saw the news, he smiled. Maybe for the first time in days. It didn't cure the infection, but it sparked something. And sometimes the first step in healing is hope walking through the door. A few days after the World Series ended, Babe Ruth made a surprise visit to Johnny's home in Essex Fells. Reporters tagged along. When one pointed at the boy and asked, "Is that Johnny Sylvester?" Ruth grinned back and fired back with that famous line, "Now who the hell is Johnny Sylvester?" It was classic Ruth, playful, brash, and unforgettable. But the moment he walked in and saw Johnny's face, the humor faded into warmth. He sat with Johnny, laughed, and closed the loop on a promise made. Here's the kicker. The Yankees didn't even win the 1926 World Series. The Cardinals took it in 7 games, and the final out, it wasn't a strikeout or a walk-off hit. It was Babe Ruth caught stealing second base. The same man who had lit up Game 4 for Johnny Sylvester was tagged out trying to keep the Yankees alive. To this day, it's the only World Series that ever ended on a caught stealing. But if you ask a baseball fan which moment they remember from that series, they won't say Game 7, they'll say Game 4. Because of a promise, because of 3 swings, because of one kid's smile. And Johnny, he didn't just recover, he went on to graduate from Yale, serve in the U.S. military, and build a successful career in business. Years later, when Babe Ruth was sick and dying, Johnny visited him. A full circle moment between a boy and the hero who kept his word. The bond they shared, forged in ink, stitched in leather, and sealed by the crack of a bat, held strong through the years. Because some promises outlive even the box score. Those two baseballs, they're part of the legend too. The Yankees ball, with Ruth's Promise, resurfaced and was sold at auction in 2014 for $250,641. The Cardinals ball, that one's still a mystery. I couldn't find any record of it ever being sold. Maybe it's still with the Sylvester family, or quietly tucked away in someone's private collection, waiting to be rediscovered. Do you know where it is? We'd love to hear that part of the story. Baseball keeps score, but the best stories, they live far beyond the final inning. If you enjoyed this story, give it a like, share it with a fellow fan, and subscribe to the channel for more. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and I'll see you at the next stop.